So Michael Khalsa, another Russell Perks fighter. David Khalsa's brother, so he's got his brother fighting for the world title later. Michael Khalsa, a regular here on the Battle Arena, always bringing it, strong as hell, very experienced fighter, always going 100%, trying hard, always built for war, this man.
Yeah, Russell Perks is really, they've just made their mark on this show already with two back-to-back victories, and they're looking to make a third right now. Michael Khalsa, you know, he's got to be wanting this victory very, very bad, just to set his brother off on the right kind of pace before his fight.
And how good this young man is. His fighting is as good as his haircut is bad.
Gotta love how the skin fade has come back. I was in the barbershop last week, actually. I was looking to get my son's haircut, and some fella came up, similar to our man Michael Khalsa here, wanted the skin fade with all sorts of designs and stuff. I sat there for 45 freaking minutes
waiting your turn,
watching somebody get something silly on their hair. That's not going to last more than a week. Spoken like a true dad.
And his opponent, fighter into the blue corner, Eliot.
Eliot. This name's so nice, you got to say it twice.
Yeah, exactly. Name it twice.
Fighting out of, where are we fighting out of? Impact MMA in Leicester. And there's another Impact MMA fighter. We saw the young
Drakes,
guy earlier, yeah, Jack Drakes. He did really, he lost, but it was a very close fight, very competitive. And now we're seeing Eliot, and he's got the young man Callum, a regular on Battle Arena in his corner. And let's see what Eliot can do.
Yeah, can he turn the tables? Can he look to establish? Because Jack Drake, despite being very young, was looking to establish some really excellent striking, had some great work on the feet, and almost floored Jamal Raja at the end of that first round. So can Eliot build on that and maybe make a real impact here, no pun intended, at MMA Battle Arena 39?
Now, does every fighter in the world have to have this song as their entrance music? This is my question.
I think at least once.
So if they cut it off the YouTube broadcast of this, it's
I'm pretty
Eminem.
sure that's the first thing they ask you when you sign for the UFC. Have you ever had 8 Mile lose yourself as your entrance music? No? All right, here you go.
Classic gym playlist.
There you go. Good show of respect there from Eliot. Eliot looking to be a bit of the older fighter, rangier.
Introducing first the fighter in the red corner, weighing 69.7 kilograms, fighting out of RPMAA.
Huge fan favorite here at Edgbaston. Quality fighter, regular on Battle Arena, part of the show now.
Eliot getting a good applause as well, so he's brought his fate.
Beautiful bald head on Eliot.
Has to.
And Eliot with the opposite problem. His training partner lost earlier.
Comes trying to lead out there. Khalsa's able to evade. Comes high with the kick. And Khalsa's just looking to stalk him down.
Eliot's with his hands low, and Khalsa with that classic boxing stance.
We saw that with Jack Drake too. His hands a little bit low, and he ate a few shots needlessly.
Sometimes these kickboxing schools, they come from a background of points fighting, and they have their hands down low, so they move a bit faster. Oh, great takedown. Eliot turned his back for just a second.
Turns away.
Smashing in some ground and pound here. But Eliot's done a great job of rolling, but back to half guard.
Getting back to half guard with an underhook too, so he could possibly take the back, but he gives it up. Maybe a bit of inexperience there on the part of Eliot, but he's able to almost catch and roll there.
Or will Khalsa be able to stay on top? Oh, he's recovered a mount. Excellent job. I think Khalsa's got to be a little bit careful not to punch himself out. He needs to pick his shots here still, not get too excited. But he is,
Eliot's really on the ropes here.
Khalsa's back control's a little bit higher. I'd like to see him sat a little bit further back, but Eliot is just covering up. He doesn't seem to be trying to do anything to escape or improve position. He's just surviving at the moment.
Khalsa's got that one hook in there on that far side, on that near side. he's able to really rocket in some strong punches there and pick his shots. As like you said, Eliot's not doing anything to really defend himself intelligently or improve his position. There we got Khalsa with both hooks in. He can stretch out Eliot and look for a submission if he chooses to.
Eliot needs to be trying to work that escape, even if he gets his hips a little bit high, just so Khalsa's got to work a little bit to stay hanging off him, because Khalsa's a little bit high forward with his back control. Or maybe Eliot should look to, instead of being on his front, get his back to the mat so he can start trying to work some of these back escapes. But
yeah, he could tripod up, like you were saying, get his hands on the mat and get his hips high, stand up a little bit.
Khalsa's trying to sink that choke in. Eliot's doing a good job of surviving. He's being very careful, covering up. And Khalsa's got to be a little bit careful he doesn't punch himself out here, because maybe Eliot's saving a little bit of energy, looking for the ref to stand it up. But
it's a lot to have those hooks in and be on top, because you're really having to balance all of your weight. It's so hard on the hamstrings.
Eliot, the ref's taking a very close look, because Eliot, he's covering up, but is that intelligently defending? Should you be looking to escape if you're intelligent?
I just had a warning of 30 seconds there left in this round. Khalsa maybe just has to be a little bit more active. Throw some more punches, even just to those covered up hands of Eliot, and show that this fight could be construed as over.
He's trying to get under the chin.
A 10-second warning there. A real breath of fresh air and hope there for Eliot. If he can last these 10 seconds, now 5 seconds. Khalsa was just stalking him down. Eliot's really got to make sure that he can control the distance, whether it's with kicks or straight punches. It's just the grappling prowess there at RPMAA, Russell Perks MMA. It's just...
I thought Khalsa might be worried that he's punched himself out, but Eliot is looking the more tired fighter. He's sat on the stool, whereas Khalsa's taking a few deep breaths, but he's looking ready to go. Getting excellent advice there from Russell Perks. Russell Perks MMA school, really great gym. They're just moving to a 6,000 square foot new venue, and really expanding their fight team. They've got 400 plus members. Huge gym, very popular. And Russell himself is such a character, such a big part of the show, and great coach, and always bringing on these young fighters. That's not to take anything away from Impact MMA, a great club, nice little community, loads and loads of coaches, lots of different input from different martial arts styles. And let's see if Eliot can avoid the ground, because I think it was one-sided there, like we saw from some of the other Impact fighters. Khalsa can keep it on the... Eliot can stay on his feet.
Khalsa's got good head movement, good footwork right now. Yeah, I think that's making a big difference.
Khalsa's got really nice boxing, really good stance.
It's a thunderous leg kick from Eliot. Can he look to go high?
Eliot is really loading up. Oh, it was a very smooth takedown. It looked effortless. Shot from far away, but Eliot just couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, he sat over, leaned over Khalsa rather than trying to sprawl and get his legs back. We're just seeing a lack of experience really here in the grapple game from Eliot. And Michael Khalsa is probably going to be able to capitalize on this again, either controlling it for the rest of the round or looking for the finish like he was earlier on.
I think he struggled to finish from the back position. I'd like to see Khalsa try and pass that half guard, get a nice side control, a nice mount, and finish from there. Sometimes the back can be a really difficult position to finish from, because you're only really going for one choke. And if someone's covering up, and in these big gloves, it can be hard to get under that chin and sink the choke in. But from the mount, you've got a few more options. You've got some triangles, arm bars, you know, very, very brave, a go-go platter or a Kimura.
And there you go, Chris. You foretold it was a prophecy. And now we've got Khalsa in the mount position again. I think taking a posture up.
Eliot's just giving up his back so easily. It was a mistake from Eliot just turning there. He should have been using his feet on the cage, try and get a nice bridge, try and really set up that escape.
Khalsa's got a choke in. He's locked it up. Whether he's actually got it under the chin or he can complete it, we'll see.
It's so hard to see from this angle where he's under the chin, and that's what makes the difference in the rear naked choke. Otherwise, you just crank in their face, and sometimes people will tap. But what you really want to do is sink your forearm under their chin and then stretch them out. But Eliot's on his side a little bit as well, which makes that choke even harder.
He's got one hook in. I think he could finish it here. Just got to get that arm behind the head.
It's pretty close to under his chin.
He gives it up there. Maybe he was squeezing a bit hard.
Eliot, you need to get back to your feet. Let's see. I want Eliot to try and get stand up, even if he's on your back. So like, it's hard work to stay on someone's back if they're stood up. And Eliot's got to use the cage, get 2-on-1 control on the arm, which he's doing a little bit, and pull it to the side, and then try and escape this position.
Right now, Khalsa's making Eliot carry all of his weight, and it's just a desperate position, really.
One good thing for Eliot is he's right in front of his corner. He's getting really great advice. He's got Callum there in his corner, very experienced battle arena fighter, giving him some tips on how to get out of this position. But at the moment, it's just getting flattened out, which is in jiu-jitsu, you have different positions, are kind of worth different points. And in jiu-jitsu, we would say this is the worst position to be in for Eliot.
He gets the tap there, does Khalsa. An excellent victory here in the second round, a submission victory. He struts over to his corner, fist bumps his brother, who will be fighting later on for that Battle Arena World title.
Another win for Russell Perks, mixed martial arts, 3-0 this evening.
That's got to give David Khalsa a lot of confidence leading up to that world title tilt that's going to be coming to us very shortly at about 6 p.m. local time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your winner after 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the second round by a rear naked choke from the red corner, Khalsa. Please make some noise for the runner-up, Eliot. Michael, how you doing, buddy? Not too bad, man, not too bad. So far, isn't it? Good for you guys from RPMA. So you've been out of the cage for a little while. You had a little injury. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, nearly 2 years. I got some last one, but took it like tapped and then unfortunately took injury to my back. So I've just been working with the boys in the camp. Perfect my skills, training, coaching, and it's glad to be back here now.
So great to be back and a great win as well. Really kid choke second round.
Yeah, that's that first time I've been nervous to do it. Really was about 4 towards, so slowly just take it steady in the second round, control, and then look for that finish all over the round. So that's my back and forward test.
Yeah, you're really strong on his back, really dominant in the back mount position, and like you say, got the rear naked towards the end. But he's a tough guy. He fought it off really well.
He did, right? He did his well. Kept talking to friends, so I know if I was patient, he'll come in the end. Yeah.
So it's great to see you back here in the cage with us, and congratulations on the win. Make some noise.